Hey guys, Derek here. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome for the first time if you are new. We are back to watch another episode of Sex Education. This is season 3, episode 4. Last time we ended with me getting mad because we had this whole sweet episode with like Otis and Ruby, and I was fully on board. I'm like, all right, I'm into it. I'm into it now. I kind of want them to be endgame. And then Ruby tells Otis that she loves him, and he responds with, "That's great," and then hangs up. And it just made me so mad because, how do you go through all that work to make me really like them and then essentially just tear it all down in like 10 seconds? I imagine there's going to be plenty of fallout from that this episode, and I'm looking forward to, but not looking forward to seeing how that plays out. So before we jump into this, if you end up enjoying my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a lot to me. If you're new here or you find yourself coming back often, hit subscribe or ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon or joining YouTube memberships. You just sync up your own copy of the show and you can watch along with me. If you are interested in seeing next episode early, also consider supporting me on Patreon as well, because I'll have episode 5 early on Patreon. But other than that, let's jump into season 3, episode 4 of Sex Education.
Don't sweat the technique.
Are they finally gonna take things to the next level?
Don't sweat the technique.
Strawberry flavored? I love berries.
Berries. Berries and cream. A whole new meaning to berries and cream.
Let's trace the hits and check the file. Let's see who bit the dot
Kate Sharma.
technique to sweat the technique.
That is such a large bubble. I wonder how many times she had to practice that.
Can I put in that condom? You know it feels so much better.
No.
Just remember to pull out before you can.
Oh, she's gonna get pregnant.
Babe,
Yeah.
why do you look like Rocky Balboa?
What? What do you mean, why does he look like Rocky Balboa?
I speak indiscreet 'cause talking cheap. Then I
Oh,
get
you
deep.
have a black eye or an eye infection.
What are you looking at?
Your eyebrows look bad today.
Yeah, idiot.
Ruby, are you sure everything's all right?
Why do you keep asking me that?
Well, I have noticed you're being meaner to me than usual. Like you're annoyed with me or something.
Well, what would I be annoyed about?
Use your head, Otis. Odie, how do you fumble the bag this hard? She's so fine and you just let her slip away. Who's this rando?
Mum? Mum, I can see you. What are you doing here?
So what? You're like besties with her now, are ya?
No, I'm not besties with her. Just visiting Elsie.
Are you besties?
I walk past the house sometimes to know she's safe. So what's happening with this Isaac? I like him.
It's none of your business. You're being so nosy.
Pardonnez-moi.
Pardonnez-moi.
Are you saying that therapy is just a cynical money-making practice?
Brother, she's a
I'm not
therapist.
sure I believe in it.
Brother, she is a therapist.
You don't believe in therapy?
I'm not saying you're not very good at your job, but I'm not sure that talking can fix everyone. What? Did I make you upset?
Yeah, dude, you invalidated her profession.
What's your favorite food?
Food. Lasagna? No, pizza. And fish and chips. Also, I like peanut butter on toast, but not too toasted and without the crusts.
That's incredibly
That's
unhelpful.
multiple meals.
How come Ruby didn't drive you in today?
I wanted to ride in with my best friend.
You've had a fight, haven't you? What did you do?
He knows what he did.
Oh, a few days ago, Ruby said, I love you, and I didn't say it back.
Oh my god. What did you say?
That's great.
That's nice.
That's nice.
Is that bad?
Yeah, you effed up, dude.
Maybe you just don't feel that way about Ruby yet, which is fine. But you have to tell her the what?
The truth.
The truth.
The truth.
Because the longer you leave it, the more hurt she'll be.
Tell that woman the truth.
I was thinking that maybe if I got a B on the test this afternoon that I might be able to move up a set.
Fingers crossed, Adam.
Yeah, not likely, but we'll see.
What's happened to your face?
What's happened to your face?
Oh my god.
Something's happened to your face, mate.
Why is that happening to you?
After spending a length of time on the Moordale campus, I realized there is a battle happening for the emotional and sexual health of our teenagers. I don't know about you, but I am sick of hearing our school's name being dragged through the mud.
I wouldn't consider that being dragged through the mud.
That means no one will diverge from the set topics, and no one will talk to students about their private lives.
The students usually have quite a lot of personal questions.
School is not a place for personal questions.
Yeah, it is. If the students have questions, you answer them.
What are you doing?
I'm building a treehouse.
Okay.
Why?
Why?
I made one for my daughters when they were kids, and they loved it. So it's okay.
All right, neato. Send it. See what happens. Do you have a tree? Yeah, you have a tree. Wow, you're already a decent amount of that in. It's almost done.
Listen, I was wondering whether we could talk to Hope about setting up something where people could come together and talk about what they need on campus.
What kind of thing?
I don't know, like a forum or something.
So this is how far you go to get a girl?
What?
Person. Do you even care about this, or are you just trying to get into Cal's pants?
Come on now.
I can't believe Lenopsy had sex with Starlands up after she ate her mother.
After she ate her mother? She's probably bloated.
Wow, really? You look normal.
Yeah, she didn't have her makeup on. She probably feels pretty self-conscious and out of place.
I cannot wait to wait the baguettes with you.
What?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to go on the school trip, Ames.
Why?
Because it's too expensive.
It's not that much, is it?
It is quite expensive, Ames. My mum freaked out when she saw how much it was.
Really?
How much is it? 10,000 pounds?
Boys will be in this classroom and girls in this one. Can we please form 2 orderly lines, please?
Where do I go?
You actually just sit out in the hall.
You can both go in the girls' line.
But I'm not a girl.
They'll be discussing female anatomy in this class, which I'm sure will be helpful for you.
Right, so we're supposed to go to the vagina line or the penis line, is that what you're saying?
I mean...
Be careful, Jackson. We want to see you going down the wrong path.
Shut up. It's a valid question of like which room they should go in. I think technically it probably does make a little bit more sense for them to go in the girls' room just because they have similar body parts, but you know,
You again? No!
it's not absurd that they wouldn't feel comfortable in one or the other.
I'm here to tell you about how a night of sex ruined my life.
Damn.
Homosexual activities have a much higher rate of leading to sexually transmitted diseases, such as herpes, syphilis, HIV.
This guy sounds like Matt Berry.
His video is not talking about safe sex at all. It's just shaming gay people.
Remember, we're not asking questions.
It's just preaching abstinence and homophobia, which is dangerous. And we're a bit old for flying penises, so...
Okay, stop saying penis to me.
You can't put this on and expect us...
Otis, please, you're disrupting the class. Get out.
Stop saying penis to me.
Just watch it, please.
I believe teenagers shouldn't have sex because sex will ruin your life.
You will get pregnant and die.
You make sex sound terrifying, but it doesn't have to be. You should be telling us how to do that safely.
She's so
Not
proud.
telling us to refrain
She's
from
like,
being sexually active, because it doesn't fucking work.
Okay.
Out, now.
Happily.
Yeah, Amy.
Right. Now we're
Slow
going to watch
clap.
a video of me giving birth, where
Of
you'll see
you?
that I tore from my vagina to my arsehole.
Oh.
Oh, your poor vagina.
Oh. That's horrible.
Olivia, we've just watched a woman push something the size of a watermelon out of her vagina. Nothing's okay.
She's traumatized.
I think I'm gonna die.
What?
Ruby, please can we talk?
Not now, Otis. I've got to go and protect myself from your penis.
There is a time and a place.
Yeah.
Gotta protect myself from your penis.
Okay, ladies, let's move on to our sides, using a bolster to support your beautiful
It's probably actually pretty
blooming
common to rip
bellies.
farts.
Let's breathe in.
I wouldn't breathe too deep in. It's probably smelly. Oh, don't have a panic attack. She's just noticing a lot of spouses are there.
You okay? Yakov is building a treehouse. He's building a treehouse for the baby, which is really lovely, right?
It is, but he should be here with you.
Oh, we have nothing in common, Maureen. Nothing. I mean, I
Compromise.
feel like I'm having a baby with a stranger.
You know, Michael and I used to have a lot in common.
And they crashed and burned.
But no connection.
Should we go back inside?
Do we have to?
It smells like farts in
Stinks
there.
of farts in there.
Oh, at least they're not my farts.
Yakov must be building a pretty bitchin' treehouse.
Stormy weather.
Although he hasn't made any progress.
Here are your books, Raheem, and the poems you wrote me.
Why did you keep them?
No one's ever written me poetry before. Wanted to remember it.
Adam doesn't write you poetry.
Sorry.
Adam's not much of a poetry kind of guy.
No, Adam does not write me poetry.
That's sad. Poetry is magic.
Abracadabra?
That's magic, not poetry.
Yeah, well, Eric doesn't like poetry, so he's giving you your books back.
I never said I didn't like poetry. Why did you say I didn't like poetry?
Well, I didn't think that you did. Why do you care what he thinks?
I don't.
You seem to care a little bit.
I think it will be good for us to get some space when I'm in Nigeria.
So, you want to get away from me?
Adam, you are so defensive.
No. You just said that you want to get away from me. How am I supposed to feel?
I don't have the energy to fight.
Fine, don't then.
You guys are in a bit of a rough spot.
I was thinking of setting up a student forum to hear direct feedback from students about what they want to see implemented on campus.
Yeah, she doesn't like that idea because she wants only her opinion to be what matters.
Can I have your number, please?
Yeah.
I'll text you. Okay.
Great.
I feel like you shouldn't be asking your students for their phone numbers.
You wanted to see me about the trip? I can't go.
Your fees have been paid.
By who?
By who?
It was an anonymous payment. I'm serious about the hair.
She doesn't care.
Change it immediately.
F off immediately. Who paid for her trip? Was it her mom or maybe the lady her sister's staying with?
Oh, Michael. How are you?
I'm just shopping for dinner. My friend is cooking
Fajitas.
Fajitas, brother. Come on.
How's
Okay,
Adam?
well, this interaction is over.
Why don't you ask him yourself? I think he'd appreciate it if you reached out to him. You're his father. It's not too late to fix things, you know.
Oh, he's gonna take that the wrong way. He's gonna think that is between you two, not about him and his son. He's gonna try and get you back.
And for those that do contract the virus, there's medicines now that enable them to live a long and healthy life and even get to the stage where the virus is undetectable, which means it can't be passed on to somebody else. So,
This is very helpful info for people who are having gay sex.
what about new condoms or lube?
This is the strawberry one. That's what did it.
Otis doesn't love me.
What do you mean?
I told him that I loved him and he didn't say it back.
What did he say?
That's nice.
He said, that's nice.
What a dickhead.
Everyone loves you.
I know, that's why I'm so confused.
But not that kind of love.
I couldn't decide
You
which
look
of my
nice.
favourite meals to make, so I made them all. Well, Joe did, but I'm really trying it.
No. I just don't enjoy them together. He's a nice guy, but I just don't love them together.
Well, I feel somewhat exposed.
Dang, Maeve. Oh, was there an extra meal you forgot about? What a way to interrupt that tender moment.
Thanks for inviting me over.
Interesting way of framing this shot.
You like me.
Yeah. I like you a lot.
But you don't love me.
I just have to say that in my own time. And I don't feel that way right now. But that's not to say I won't. I just don't at the moment.
Never said that to anyone, Otis.
Damn.
I introduced you to my dad. Never introduced anyone to him before.
Well, we could still keep hanging out like we are.
Brother, you are
You
not
need
saying
to
the
go.
right things.
Do you mean go just now or go for good?
For good?
You dummy. Turns out he loves Mexican food.
She said something about it never being too late to fix things. And then she touched my arm. No, that's major.
Brother, you don't know how to eat well.
Ruby wanted me to say I loved her. But I didn't feel the same.
You did the right thing.
It's better to not lie to her. Well, last time I said lie.
People deserve your whole
I would
heart,
lie,
which is-
but it's better not to.
If you can't give them that, it's better they know. It's the kinder thing to do.
Is this their first time being at her house as well? Look at Adam, reading poetry, trying to make an effort.
These are for you.
Oh, thank you.
Why?
Well, you said it's not too late to fix things, and I know we broke up because I didn't want mangoes.
I meant fix things between you and Adam. But Michael, we didn't break up because you didn't want mangoes.
That's the exact reason. Mangoes. Now, would you like to speak to your son or would you like to leave? Apparently leave. I like that sweatshirt. Those transitions, though. Adam would like to have a chat, so he's throwing rocks at your window.
I don't want us to have space. So I love you.
I love you too.
Oh, precious. They're just so sweet, and I want them to be happy forever.
Glad to see you took my advice seriously, Nick.
I hope you die.
Perhaps you can attend Vivian's student forum next week and raise your concerns there. Do keep me updated on the trip, please.
Vivian's forum. So you didn't say that was my idea.
Didn't come up.
It could have come up fairly easily, though. Although it might have got shot down if she said it was his idea.
You got a D. So you'll have to stay in the same set for now, but please don't be disheartened. Keep trying.
What's the point? I'm not good at anything.
Everyone's good at something, Adam. Start by thinking about the things you like doing.
I'm quite good at pretending I'm Gandalf in Lord of the Rings.
Do it. You could be an actor.
I'm trusting you to maintain some discipline, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
You betcha.
I hope there's a distinct lack of discipline.
Okay. Let's go to France, motherfuckers. Sorry.
Let's go, France, mother effers. Love it. All right, France, here we come. Okay, so it looks like Ruby and Otis are done, possibly. At least that's the way things are looking now. It's just... Otis just doesn't know how to talk to people. Like, I feel like there was a way for him to explain to Ruby that, like, hey, like, I don't know, like, I almost just used the exact words he used. I was gonna be like, he could just be like, hey, I really do like being with you, but I'm just not there yet. Which is kind of what he said, but, like, the way he said it just sounded so bad. Especially when he was like, we can keep hanging out. It's like, oh my god, that's not how you talk to someone that you're dating. Like, it's just so frustrating because he, like, they could have fixed it. He could have been like, hey, I probably will love you at some point. I'm just not there yet, and I need you to be a little patient with me. But instead he didn't say anything like that, which caused her to be like, yeah, just go, like, just leave, because this is not going to be solved. Especially since it's, like, such a huge, massive thing for her. Like, she's, not only has she never told anyone that she loves them, like, she's never invited anyone to her house, never introduced someone to her dad. Like, her two best friends had never even been to her house. Like, that is substantial, that she brought him in like that, and it can obviously feel horrible when you open yourself up like that and the other person isn't on the same page as you. So I understand Ruby's point of view. Otis, I understand his as well, but at the same time it's like, brother, like, you gotta, like, for someone who knows how to talk to people so well and, like, diagnose their issues, he's awful at, you know, doing his own stuff. Like, he's just trash at it. And I imagine they are introducing conflict and ending this potential relationship so that they can get Maeve and Otis back on track. I'm pretty sure that they are endgame, like they end up together in the end. But they're not there yet, especially since Maeve made a decent bit of progress with Isaac, where they were like making out and stuff, and probably were going to go a little bit further until the lasagna burned. So she seems very into him at the moment. But who knows? Maybe Otis and Ruby breaking apart will introduce some doubt for Maeve. I don't know. Lots of conflict still to explore. But what else happened? We had Eric and Adam had a brief little fight, but they're coming back together. I don't like seeing them fight. I want them to be like in love and happy forever. I think that would be great. Freaking Adam's dad, just an idiot. I hate seeing him on screen. Every time he's on screen, it makes me mad because he's just so dumb. He's so dumb and he's a dick, and he just never knows exactly, like, he never knows what anyone is talking about. Like, his ex-wife is like, there's still time to fix things. And she's clearly talking about his relationship with his son, which he also, by the way, he's kind of a deadbeat dad, because, like, he legitimately just does not seem interested at all in rekindling his relationship with his son. I think that's just been something he's never been interested in from the beginning, is a relationship with his son. And especially now, like, he's like, when he realizes that it's not about him and his ex, he's just like, oh, okay. And he doesn't even like suggest, like, can I talk to my son? Like, does he want to chat? Like, will you let him know I'm here? He's just like, okay, I'll leave then. And it's like, dude, like, you're not setting a positive example for your son. That just sucks. It just sucks a lot. But Adam's studying as well. That's pretty neat. And he is still bad at it, but he's trying. And he's making a tiny bit of progress. But we'll see where that goes. What else? What else happened? Oh, the sex ed class, the whole debacle there, where like they split it up into girls and boys, and essentially are just preaching abstinence, is not great. The boys, they're essentially being like, hey, avoid homosexual tendencies. And that's it. And the girls, they're like, hey, don't get pregnant. Like, don't have sex because you'll get pregnant and die. Mean girls. And it's such outdated, like, school curriculum regarding that topic. Like, even my high school, which was, 10 years ago? 10 to 12 years ago, I was in high school. We were not even like being like, hey, abstinence is good. It was very much like, hey, let's equip these students with things that will actually help them. And like that's clearly the way to go. Like, if you cite any like actual studies or just look at the data across the United States, the schools that are promoting like an abstinence only program of sex education in schools are the states that have the highest level of teen pregnancy. And the schools that are like actively providing their students with legitimate information that they can use, teaching them how to practice safe sex, things like that, those states are the states that show the lowest level of teen pregnancy. So it's just kind of like, it's baffling that there are still schools and states and, governments that are like, we need to teach our kids that you need to avoid sex at all costs, because it's not realistic. Like, these kids are going to have sex. It's gonna happen. When that happens, do you want them to be adequately prepared for the environment they're in, or do you want them going in blind and getting pregnant and having a kid, and then those same states that are that have the highest levels of teen pregnancy are also the same states that are making it nigh impossible to have easy access to abortions. And I'm going on a little bit of a tangent now, but like these places are actively setting these students and young people up to fail, and it's very unfortunate because if you're actively going to take away their best chance of not getting pregnant, like then don't also force them to have the baby. Like it's completely backwards thinking in my opinion, and it's just it's so unfortunate. Like these students need to have access to legitimate sexual health information that they can use to not get pregnant and not get diseases and go on to live happy, successful lives. And it's just so just like the freaking teacher, the whatever her face, Hope, she just pisses me off every time she's on screen. Every decision she makes is just so frustrating, and I hate her. Like, and she's just removes all sense of personal expression from these students. Like she's trying to turn them into, you know, cogs in a machine so that their numbers look good, while all these students are just miserable under her rule, and it's just frustrating. And then her getting a student's phone number, that's like low-key kind of weird. I don't know. I know there's some circumstances where it is beneficial for like a student or a teacher or a faculty member to be able to be in contact with some of these students, especially if they're like in leadership positions or like put in charge of things. I don't know why, but it felt weird that she didn't like clear that with a parent or even really ask the student like, hey, are you cool with this? She was just like, give me your phone number. Like, I don't know, that just, as someone who studied to be an educator, that just feels weird and like kind of out of bounds. I don't know, it was just a little suspect, but maybe it's not a big deal. Maybe it is a big deal. I guess we'll find out. But yeah, next episode it looks like the gang is going to France, probably Paris. That's always where they go when they go to France. You know, we had the episode of Heartstopper where they went to France and they went to the Eiffel Tower. I wonder if we'll see that with our gang next episode. I don't know, but I assume we'll find out. So I think it's all I gotta say. Definitely let me know what you guys thought down in the comments below. Very curious to see how you guys feel about some of this. If you enjoyed my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a lot to me. If you're new here, hit subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon. You just sync up your own copy of the show and you can watch along with me. Or if you want to see next episode slightly early, consider supporting as well. But other than that, thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.